All right, hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna add a new little series to Adventures with Dad. This is gonna be a van build series. So you've probably seen on YouTube those Mercedes Sprinter vans that people are building out into campers. So we just bought one, and believe it or not, this is our second one. We've done one before and had a great time with it, and then due to circumstances we sold it and decided about a year later to do another one because we had so much fun with it. So there's going to be a new little kind of series happening on this channel, mixed in with all of our fun adventures that we do together, us three boys, and it's going to be the van build series, which will eventually lead to more adventures with us. So we're super stoked about it. I actually just bought the van last night. It's a 2012 Mercedes Sprinter high top 144 wheelbase 2500 diesel Sprinter van. So pretty stoked about it. The one that I did before was a cargo van. This one's actually a passenger van that I'm having to tear everything out. So this is going to be kind of a different animal. There's some different things going on in here that are going to make this a little bit more difficult, or maybe just a little more tricky, but anything can be worked through. So if you don't know, I love doing this stuff, doing home projects and construction around the house, or, you know, building vans. This kind of thing is one of my absolute favorite hobbies. So it's not a chore to me. It's something I genuinely enjoy. So I'll give you a quick tour of the van. This here is the van. You can see it's a Mercedes Sprinter high top van. I have spent the last half an hour ripping the benches out because it did have 3 bench seats in it, and so I was clearing those out, and now I'm going to start ripping out the floor because it has all the old tracks in it. So I'm going to get all that torn out, and then I got to start tearing out the headliner. So I mentioned before that this is the passenger van. So one thing that's going to be super interesting to work with is this rear AC on the ceiling. I got to figure out what that looks like as I start tearing into it. I really like the idea of the rear AC, so my plan is to try to keep that to some degree, but I don't really know what it looks like underneath all that paneling. So I'm gonna have to take the paneling off and see if I can figure out a cool way to tie it into the nice wood ceiling that I'm gonna do up here, and we'll go from there. The other thing that adds that's tricky is if you look on top, there's a giant AC unit on the roof, which, if you've ever watched van life videos, most people are putting solar panels on the roof, they're putting roof racks on the roof, all that stuff. So that AC unit up there is going to make things a little bit interesting. I'm going to have to get a custom roof rack made because I want to keep that. I've had my van in the past did not have air conditioning in the back, and it would get super hot if it's July and you're in Moab, Utah mountain biking. The back can get toasty in the middle of the day, and you want to be hanging out there after a long ride and be able to cool off. So I'm actually stoked to have the AC unit up there. I just got to figure out how to work around it and how to make it usable with what I'm trying to do. So the other thing that's cool about the passenger van that my previous van did not have is all these windows. I'm really excited to have windows. My last van was just metal. There was not a single window in the back. Not the back doors, not the sides, nothing. So I'm actually really excited about this. Some people don't love windows in vans because they say that it can affect the insulating of the van, make it kind of hotter in the summer, which may be true, but that's where I'm hoping that this AC unit helps out. And one thing that I'm kind of curious about is that this van has an emergency window. So you can actually lift these 2 levers right here and push the window out. Now, I'm not totally sure about this window because I've read online that the window can actually fall out when you push it out because it's meant to be for an emergency use. So, but I've also read from many other people that it doesn't fall out and they push it out and use it as ventilation, which is perfect because my kitchen space is going to be right there, which would be nice for cooking and exhausting the fumes and stuff like that. So we're going to find out. Hopefully I don't find out the hard way that that window actually falls to the ground when I push it out. I'm going to have to prepare myself and do that the right way with a second helper the first time I try it. So anyway, today's video is just kind of a quick tour. Join me next week as demolition gets underway, making room for construction of the new build out. Can't wait to get my hands dirty.